Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Door Shutter, coming back to you with episode 3 of the Direwolf20 1.7 mod pack. And today, I've added Iguana Tweaks. Yesterday, I pointed out a mod called Iguana Tweaks that doesn't actually exist. That was me coming up with something out of the blue. It was Iguana Tweaks. It was close, but Iguana Tweaks is what I meant for Tinker's tool leveling. It hasn't been in this pack, so I added it. And it actually adds a little bit more difficulty to Tinker's construct by making a little bit of the mining levels a little different. It actually can disable Tinker's or vanilla tools and make Tinker's like required. So I've disabled that feature because I want to be able to use normal tools, but it also changes up the mining level. So currently I can't even mine iron. So we're going to have to kind of progress here a little bit. So let's grab some copper ore. Let's throw this in here. I did get this up to copper. I leveled this up to 1. And it actually gave us plus 100 lapis on our tool, which is fantastic. And then also got our tool up to a copper mining level, which is fantastic. So let's get some copper going here. We're going to also need the... Let's close this so I don't get killed here. We're going to need... What is it called? This right here. This aluminum brass. So let's grab, I think it's 2. Is it 2 per, or is it just 1? It looks like it's just 1. Okay, so let's toss this aluminum brass in here. Also, Iguanas Tweaks is actually the mod that changed the smeltery by destroying the item that is used for casting. So that may or may not be a thing. We will see. Let's quickly just heal real quick. Man, my hearts are like jittery as can be. Okay, let's click on that. Let's get rid of that. And I actually have a pickaxe head in here. So what we're going to want. So we're going to just cast that real quick. Okay, hunger and healing in this game is so much worse than it used to be. Or so much better than it used to be. Reverse what I just said. Yeah, it used to be so much worse. And in this current version, it's terrible. So is swimming. Water is awful in this game. I'm glad they've changed it. Yeah, so see how this just burned Iguana Tweaks. Goodness gracious. Changes that. So that's fantastic. Let's get a copper pickaxe head. Let's hide in our house for a second. Okay, so that should be done. Alright, I'm going to take care of this guy, but I just really need to heal a little bit. So this is the thermal creature. Yeah, it's the Blitz. Okay. He is gone. That's fantastic. So let's get the tool station down. Let's get this. Let's get that. They're the main way to repair tools. Okay, so why are we not able to... Parts can be replaced. I'm not sure what's happening. Let's see. Where is... There we go. Okay. Let's try upgrading or repairing that and then doing it. Okay, so we just need to repair it. Alright. And this gives us... Not really another... I thought it would give us a better mining tier. But that's okay. What does it give us? So it does give us a little bit more durability and a little bit more mining speed. So we will take it. I'm kind of curious then. Let's grab some tin. Oh, actually, no. We have molten copper in here. Actually, molten copper. Molten copper. This can be used for bronze, right? It's a 3-to-1 conversion. And then this can be used for tools. Let's look up a bronze part. So, bronze pickaxe head. So this actually has a 10 mining level, 6.5 mining speed, 304 durability, and then the 10 itself. So this is actually going to be a way we can get a little bit higher mining levels, is since we have this 10 here. 10 pickaxe head. Oh, do we not have a pickaxe head for this? Okay, so let's just make some bronze. So I'm going to put one piece of tin in here, and that should give us 3 bronze ingots, I think, but I'm not even sure. All right, let's munch down real quick here. And then once we get that, we should be able to try and make a pickaxe head. But the thing is, remember, your pickaxe head is what your repair material is. That's another thing you guys need to remember. If you don't have more bronze, of course, you're going to have to get more bronze. So that is something to keep in mind. All right, so that will give us to a 10 level, give us quite a bit more mining speed. So let's go for that. And then let's actually toss in the last 2 of those. And then let's go down here and start mining some stuff. I don't think we'll be able to mine a whole lot. Yeah, because we need... See how this went to Ardite? Yeah, this is interesting. I do like this. This is an interesting feature. I think it makes Tinkers just a little bit better, in my opinion, because it's like you're not as overpowered. You can't just immediately start mining. And yeah, I could have disabled quite a bit of this stuff. But honestly, I'm kind of into this, where we're kind of having to go and make different ingots and stuff to get better mining speed and mining levels and things like that. So definitely interesting. Adds a little bit more depth to Tinkers as well. Alright, so let's grab this copper here. And then let's... This copper is going to be useful, of course, since our tool is bronze. Oop, there we go. We got a another mining level piece. That is great. Let's just put a torch down here so we don't get creatures. Alright, so let's head into here real quick. Oh, I didn't set up the portal gun, but that'll be okay. So I know I have a lot of ores just sitting around because I haven't been able to mine them. So I was going to do resources off camera, and then I added this mod, and I was like, you know what? This adds more difficulty. I'm enjoying this already. I don't think I've ever really made a bronze pickaxe head. It's been and if I have, it's been a minute. So this is definitely a change. And we also already have fortune, a little bit of fortune on our pickaxe, so that makes it a little bit more interesting as well. Of course, we don't have the raw ore drops, but we do have coal and diamonds and redstone and stuff that's going to be affected by this. And quartz actually isn't in this either, is it? Oh, it is. When did nether quartz get added? I don't even know. 1.6, I believe, because 1.4 didn't add it. I believe 1.6 was it, but I don't even... That's a good question, honestly. Because I may be absolutely wrong on that one. Maybe 1.5? Isn't that a thing? Is 1.5 a thing? Here, hold on. Research time. So apparently it was 1.5. See, I don't even remember 1.5. 1.4 was the one that added witches and everything. I remember that. That was like the spooky update, I think, or something like that. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't remember. Quartz is still one of those things that's useful every once in a while, but hopefully it'll be a little bit more useful in here. Ooh, we got a dense iron ore. So I think this will just drop multiple ores. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I don't know if fortune actually affects those. But yeah, we did get... we talked about... Yeah, the mining level +1. So we're up to redstone level, which is good. I'm loving the fact that we have more mining things. Oh, we just got another fortune. As you use the tool more and become accustomed to it, you start getting different modifiers. There's a whole lot of modifiers and things you can tweak with it. You can actually disable certain modifiers and stuff that are obtained whenever you level up. So if you wanted to do that, you could. I just kept it base. And we're just going a little bit normal here. I only changed a few things in the tweaks option, so the tweaks configs. All right. Also, ore berries. These are from Tinker's Construct. This was the time whenever those were actually in the Tinker's mod, which is pretty cool. Oh my! I forgot that was a thing. Yeah, right-clicking with a block in your slot next to, I think it's next to, right? If I put this here. Huh? No, that's interesting. I guess it might be the last slot. It might correlate with that last slot or something. But yeah, you can actually place blocks with your pickaxe when you right-click with it. I don't think that's actually been a feature for a long while either. Completely forgot about that. I just accidentally did that. But I thought there was, hold on, let's test this. So if I put this here and this here, nothing. If I put this here and here, okay, so it looks like it's to the right. So if I did this, this, and this, I should be able to place a torch when I need one. No? Interesting. I have no idea how this works anymore. Okay, we'll just leave it there. I'm not even sure. That's weird. I thought it was to the right, but it doesn't seem to do that in the first slot. Confusing. Right? Like, I want to try one more thing. Yeah, so it doesn't even make sense why it would go to this slot. Okay. I just... Oh, well. Some things will never make sense, but it's alright. That's a feature that you can use. Pretty cool. We got shiny ore, which I believe is platinum. We got some lead, some silver. So Ardite is an ore added by Tinker's Constructs and Cobalt. I believe Cobalt is in here. Cobalt. Oh. Coal. It's, yeah, that's how you spell it. I just had to remember how to spell it for a second. But yeah, Cobalt is in here as well. And then Ardite plus that equals Manulin. And then Manulin is the strongest material in Tinkers. Sorry, I had to remember the name of it. I think it's been changed, the way you craft it in the recent versions. Because I think they removed Ardite and Cobalt, didn't they? Or at least one of them. There's so many changes throughout. It's just interesting to see and talk about them, right? You wouldn't really notice them if you didn't play these. So it's kind of just like, man, how far has Tinker's come? Like the fact that they've had a whole new foundry system, which gives you kind of like not ore doubling, but chance to get other ores out of one ore. It's so cool. But it's just also like, man, the good old days, ore doubling, all that stuff. Yeah, see, because we can't even get yellow right. And that's the original Big Reactors mod, too. That is going to be pretty cool to mess with. Pretty simple, I believe, if I remember correctly, that mod is, which is a good thing, because I really don't feel like messing with, like, the whole multi-block for days type of situation. So we'll see what that it pertains to. I definitely want to look at bees. Bees are pretty cool. Gindustry is actually making the bees a lot easier because I believe you can use let me not say RF because RF didn't exist. Or well, RF existed, FE doesn't. This is back when there was no localized energy system in Forge. That was later down the line, and that was started by the thermal people, the COFH team, and they made that, I believe, in 1.12, and then it was kind of added in later down the line after that fact. So we have several different power systems. Applied Energistics can use several of them, and it's going to be very, very interesting. Of course, Buildcraft has MJ, and then the build or IC2 has, I think it's just like lightning bolt or something, isn't it? No, it's EU energy units, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, it's going to be pretty cool to see all the different power systems. And of course, most of them don't have any capabilities to work together. Endurio and Thermal, of course they do. And I don't know... I mean, there's probably a few other mods that add power, but I'm not even sure. I know Buildcraft, IC2, Thermal, and Endurio are kind of the bigger tech mods in here. So, because I don't think we have red power. Red, alloy, wire. Oh, we do have red power in here. Project Red. So we have their power system, which I don't even know what the units are for their power system. So, red power's power. Cool. Alrighty. So, I've increased the size of this smeltery. So we threw some iron in here, which is fantastic. I'm working on getting some other tools and stuff here. Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing right now is definitely getting the ores processed. Start trying to get an iron tool. I mean, bronze is going to be good, but iron's going to be where we want to end up being. Just so that way we can keep up with everything, and then have an iron repair, so we don't have to make bronze all the time. So let's get 3 iron blocks. So let's get what is called a tool forge. This is going to be one of the more useful things. And I'm pretty sure I need to have seared bricks. Yeah, so let's get a chisel. So I need... I think it's a Tinker's Construct chisel, isn't it? So this, I've never made a chisel from Tinker's Construct. So we'll grab that. And then let's grab a handle, which will just make this out of stone. And then the chisel piece, can I make that out of stone as well? Yes, perfect. Because I'm probably not going to be using this for much. What in the world? I can eat it? I don't want to eat it? There, seared bricks. Perfect. Okay. I know later on this recipe was changed so you could have like 4 seared stone in here instead, which is probably a little bit easier in my opinion. But for right now. Okay, let's grab this, which is the shovel head, because I want to make a shovel. And then let's actually grab the pickaxe cast head thing. There we go. Perfect. And then we'll toss these in here. And then we can just toss this one in here. So I need to get 4 iron blocks. Let me get that and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's make this tool forge here. So this is the recipe. And we're going to take this tool station. I didn't change this tool station. I just made another tool station to make the tool forge. But that's because I want to keep this one on me. So this gives us a lot more tools. Not a whole lot more, but a decent amount more. And the ones we want to start looking at are these 3 right here. The cleaver is going to be useful in the future, but for now, a hammer, a lumber axe, and an excavator. You can read what these do over here, but the hammer does a 3x3 area of mining. This does whole trees, and also does a 3x3 of wood. And then this does 3x3 of gravel, dirt, sand, all that stuff. And then, of course, there's a few other things you can make in here, and we can compare these. So you don't have access to a crossbow, longbow, and a few other things. You can see that there's a big difference. So that's pretty cool. Now we have access to a lot of those. And I want to start getting hammers and stuff. So the biggest thing is this is not going to be like the best tools in the world. That's going to be much later down the line. So that'll be fantastic. And I'm still smelting down iron, by the way. So we just got more in there. But I think we want to start with a hammer. Let's see. What do we want to do first? I want to make a shovel. Just a normal shovel real quick. I want to then make a pickaxe a little bit better. Of course, repair this real fast. So this will give us an iron head. Actually, that decreases the mining level, doesn't it? Why do you do that? So bronze, we'll keep the bronze for now then. I mean, I could probably get it to a higher tier, but I'm not going to worry about that because iron is less than redstone. So we also got haste on this thing, which is pretty cool. Let's see. So the next thing we want to look at then is most likely getting the tool parts. Let's actually first quickly grab some spruce planks here. And let's make 2 chests. 1, 2. And let's make this down into this. So we can kind of get this a little bit more automated. So we don't have to keep pulling items out of here. So we'll do this, do this. There we go. And of course we will need to right click this. I don't think this is the version where you can actually put a lever here and it will just auto output. I think that was later down the line. So try this. And we'll just let it see. I think this needed a timer in this time period. So I don't know if we have a timer. I think Extra Utils has one. No, Project Red Integration, RF Tools. Yeah, so we'd have to go into another mod. Okay. So let's go to sleep real quick and look at hammer stuff. So what we need for a hammer is the large plate, the tough binding pattern, the tough rod pattern, and what else? The actual hammerhead. So let's get one more. Let's grab out, where's that wood at? Right here. Because we're going to need some more tough pattern, or some more just patterns, blank patterns. That's what I'm thinking. That right there. Perfect. So then we'll want to grab, where is it at here? This thing right here. Okay. So we'll want to grab a cobblestone, one of these. That's the wrong tool thing. It's this thing. So let's get rid of that. So that right there. Then I'm going to need to go grab some aluminum brass. Actually, let's just grab all of it. We're going to need a few more patterns than just what I pulled out. Because we're going to need the tough binding is for the lumber axe, by the way, and the shovel, the excavator. This doesn't require that. So let's put this one away for right now. Put that stuff away, put that one away. All right. And then let's make, I don't know which axe or like which handle I'd really want for something like this. How many pieces does this require? 3? I mean, I guess we could just make an all iron one. Is that a big deal? And then later down the line, come and add different things to this. And we actually might want a bronze hammerhead instead. That's okay. We'll figure this out here in a second. Let's just grab this. Let's just grab this. And let's make some patterns. Okay. So we got that. We've got that. And let's... Oh, I don't really want to do a bronze. So I think we'll just do iron on all of these. So let's go iron. That's going to be 8 iron per plate, by the way. And this is 8 iron as well. This will be 3. And then we'll change, you know, things as we go along. So let me get this poured out and I'll be right back. All right, let's make a hammer. So this, and then these 2 things. And we're just going to go shuts hammer. Perfect. And this will only give us iron level. So if we look here, we should see that there is... Yeah, we need 2,596 blocks broken. to actually get our blocks or XP. I don't know if that's actually considered. Yeah, because there's skill XP and there's mining level XP. So, but yeah, we want this because we want to be able to come down here and start kind of strip mining, right? Oh, and this is the version where there was no hitboxes around every block. That's pretty interesting to think about too. But yeah, we'll just be able to do this for now and be able to actually just mine a little bit easier. Of course, we'll want to get this to a higher level, so doing this probably is not the worst idea. And then if we find valuable materials, of course, we'd want to switch to our pickaxe because, of course, we have the fortune on that pickaxe. So keep that in mind as well. And yeah, so that's the hammer. I'm going to build an excavator off camera and probably the lumber axe because those are basically the exact same process. They're not going to be fancy. We don't really have the resources to do a fancy hammer or axe or lumber axe or excavator or any tool really. So, you know, our pickaxe is our first kind of like gateway into that. And then we'll see where we can go from there really. So yeah, with that, just a little bit of mining. We're actually already 361. And so yeah, I think I'm going to be right back. This just happened. And I'm pretty sure we don't have tombstones or anything like that in this version. Yeah, I just accidentally mined down on accident. But I'm going to assume we don't have tombstones. In any capacity. Oh, shucks. Because if we did, I'd be able to see it. Yeah, I just goofed, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me look at controls here. How do I actually switch with morph? Okay, so it's just enter. Oh, actually, we do have graves. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna die anyway. So let's switch back. So it is just enter to get back. Which is, I'm glad we've got graves, so I didn't just lose everything. I may have lost the XP, but I shouldn't have lost anything else. Which, you know, oh well, 30 levels, I don't really care. I'll get it back later. We can't enchant anyway, so it's not like it's the biggest deal. But yeah, let's grab a bucket. Let's grab a stone tool, which is probably a pickaxe and a shovel. Or pickaxe and a sword. So we've got a pickaxe. Also, we'll need just a sword. But yeah, I think that was the first death of the series, and I didn't even capture it on camera. I just... Yeah, it happens every once in a while where I just decide, hey, I'm gonna dive head first into some lava. Oh well, it happens. And that second one, that was intentional. Because I knew I was gonna die. I don't think slimes are supposed to be able to, like, actually swim. So I need to actually get this water. So let's try and swim over here real quick. Okay, water. And let's try and not cover the grave, right? This one I don't really care much about. So let's just start slowly taking out the lava that's around here. But open blocks is the one that adds the tombstone. I always kind of forget that open blocks even did that, so... Okay, so let's cover up this side. Man, I don't like those, whatever those are from Ender Zoo. They're really annoying. Okay, so here's the grave. So we just kind of need to build around it. And then under it. We don't have the quirk, like, look behind thing either. Okay, so right there. Nope. Can I not place it because of this creature right here? Okay, and let's just keep trying this. Let's place water at my feet, just so that way we're not totally gonna get ourselves killed here. Okay, because I need to actually not do that. I was holding shift, by the way, so I don't know why that just happened. Okay, so let's place that, place that, place that. Break this. Okay. So now we should be able to pick this up. So do we need to shift right click? Perfect. We survived 9.5 days, or 9.2 days in our world. Okay, so we just came from up here. Yeah, because I was mining and I just completely spaced on here in lava. Oh well, that happens. But with that, we're going to wrap up this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching another fantastic episode of the Direwolf20 1.7 mod pack. I'm enjoying this. First death, we learned that open blocks as graves are still a thing. I mean, they've always been a thing. I just completely forgot about them. But yeah, thank you guys. Stay awesome. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.